it's MK, and today we are doing Baby Got Scraps along with Friday's Food, Family, and Friends. Yeah. So today I thought that I would do a companion page for this layout right here that I did as a challenge on the Secret Not Secret Kit Club Facebook group. Now it is a private group, but she does also have a public group where kind of sort of the same things are going on. It's just different challenges and whatnot. So anyways, I did this, and now I want to do a companion page with some of the other layouts that, or not layouts, I'm sorry, photos that I have disassembled from an album. Now this one here was never used. And then these ones here, I made like a mini album, and I took it all apart, and now it's kind of still sticky on the back. I just don't know what I was thinking back in the day. But I have 3 photos that I want to go over here. So the pages will go like this in my album. Look at that. How cool, huh? So I like it when I can amaze myself. That was conceited. So this is how it's going to look. And off camera, and this was a labor of love because I just made it harder than it needed to be, I went ahead and cut out or punched out, cut out, all that stuff, all these different circles, and I didn't go for too many different sizes, but I knew that this one was from a 12 by 12, and that's not allowed during Baby Got Scraps, only this one is. And so I used up all of my scraps of this, it's either Blue Ocean or Ocean Blue, I can't remember, from Graphic 45. I need to look that up because I say that in every video I pull it into. So this is the only scrap that I have left, and I took all of them and just circled them up, and then I took another scrap, excuse me, I took another scrap and cut out more circles to back them to look like this larger circle, okay? So that's the image that I'm going to bring over. Whoa, sorry. That's the image that I'm going to bring over, are all these circles, not all of them, but I did all of them just in case I do have that ambition. I also brought in the exact same washi tape that I used. So I've got this striped copper washi and then this copper washi. So I brought those in as well. I happen to have the exact same sequins sitting on my desk, so that was fun. I don't know if I'm going to do sequins though, because the boys are over here and she's over here. So I'm not sure if I'm going to do sequins. Plus the images that I used to cover the sequins, I couldn't find any. And so I am not sure, but basically this was a swirl piece of paper, and I put glue on it and then stuck the sequins along the path of the swirl. And so I'm not sure if I'm going to bring that over to here. I think it'll look just fine. I also used some twine where I already had some of this brown ribbon that I used, and I used it in 2 different spots. And over here I just have one little ribbon. And so I thought about just incorporating the twine one more time, and then I've got my twine in 3 different spots going across the layout. Whoa, that was fun. Anyways, go on. And what else did I bring over? Oh, my thickers. So this was the pack that I used for these words right here. Now I didn't go and get any tiny word stickers, and then I definitely know I don't have another peachy number like that. I could go look, but I didn't. I was lazy. But I do have this packet that is this came from, and I thought about just using this arrow. I don't really want to use hearts. I could use the 2 crosses, X's, plus signs. I don't know what they are. Why did they give me only 2? That's weird. Anyways. But flowers don't work, hearts don't work. I don't need a hashtag unless I put it back over here. And then I didn't want to use any of the rose gold stuff. So I was thinking this arrow was going to be pretty much the only thing that I used out of here. Just, again, to bring everything over to here to make it look like I made these 2 pages at the exact same time. But they're not going to be a 2-page layout. Okay? So, whoo! I also used this like canvas brown print right here in the background, and that's why I think that these these colors in this ocean blue would work perfect. So they're just the right tone of brown for me to use. I might go and get some of this dark blue. Dark blue. Look at here. See, I've got lots of scraps, you guys. Oh my goodness, cardstock is my one true love. These are just all offcuts from projects that I have used and whatnot, so I did not pre-cut any of this stuff. Let me yank this off of this packaging. Ah! And it's the perfect size. That's not it. Look at you go. So I might do this just to make it a little bit more like I did this on purpose. See? Perfect. Ta-da! And there I have a piece. And I decided instead of using the full color photos, because I had these two photos printed twice, once in full color, and then this one many years ago I put on a filter that made it gray on the outside and then just put color on their faces. And I couldn't tell you how I did it, what program I used to do it in. I don't know any of those things. But this glue back in the day was like the bomb. Wow. So anywho, so I decided since I used those filtered photos over here, I was going to use these two filtered photos, but I think that this layout over here needs a third photo. So I like how I have just the picture of the bottom of the pool that that we were standing at. So yeah, well, that one doesn't match. This one does. Yay. That one's a little too small. It matches. Good enough for me. What else did I throw on the floor? Yeah, my floor's so dirty, you guys. Alright, so that is what I'm going to do. Basically just make a 2-page layout for a layout that I've already done, or a companion page. It's not a 2-page layout. It's more of a companion page because they're doing the exact same thing. This photo, not so much. This one is actually behind. If you go out, yeah, this one is, you have to go through this to get to here, is basically how it is. And so anyways, but because the photos are kind of the same subject, only this is my son touching him, and this is my daughter touching them, I kind of wanted them to go the same route, and I was happy to have another piece of this compass paper. So super excited there. And now I'm going to go and figure out what I'm going to do. All right, let's get going.
All right, right off the bat, I thought that I was going to continue this copper striped washi going all the way across the layout. And that'll pretty much be the only thing that is continuous going across. But I did want this little rose gold, and I laid it down. I didn't tear it off the roll just yet because I wasn't sure, one, how long I wanted it, and two, whether or not I wanted it in front of my photos or embellishments or behind. So I wasn't really sure where I was going with all of this yet. And now I'm just trying to figure out a little bit of placement on these little circles. I know that I had to look to see if that was upside down. I know that I have my favorite ones, like this circle was my favorite, and so was that one, and all this other stuff. So I was trying to put those ones up front, but I also wanted them behind all my photos. I wasn't sure if I wanted to make them embellishments yet or not. I just haven't made up my mind. And then it's like, well, you know, what do I have? Like, I'm playing around here. I'm just trying to figure out how to make it work. I do know that I want a few of these circles going onto the other layout. That way it did look like this was intentional later on in life. And then I finally decided, you know what, I need to figure out how I want my photos to actually lay down before I can figure out my circles. It's like, no, that's not working for me. So I am going to spread out my photos and figure out how I want them to look. And yeah, and then I do the process all over again. Let's play with circles. And I haven't picked out anything else except for the matching or coordinating product that I showed you guys earlier. That is all that I have so far to play with. I mean, the title's on the other side, so I don't have to worry about a title. I'm not going to do the girly swirls because, I just don't feel like it goes with it. It didn't need swirlies, I don't think. Yeah. And I'm trying to stick all of the circles on. Yeah. And I've been meaning to say this before, but there's a saying that says, more is more. And for me, that does not work out really well in my favor. So I did have to take out some circles and to figure out that this is just fine. It doesn't look like I took any circles out, but I did. I took a few circles out, and I thought that I was recording, but I did find that I wanted the circles to go at an angle instead of just randomly all over the page. I was losing what I wanted, what my design was with the circles just going all over the place. And so this angle makes me feel a little bit more happier, a little bit more not so chaotic. So I'm very, very happy about that. And now I am just placing my, my adhesive down because I have the circles where I want them. So I'm just doing one circle at a time and gluing them down. I did leave that washi strip down behind my photos. It won't hardly be seen, but I did think about putting it in front of my photos, but where I have that, the largest photo placed, it would have went right through the whole image of the photo. And I thought, oh, well, that doesn't work. Yeah, weird. So yeah, it's just not going to happen. And then what else did I do? I took off the rose gold because I decided that I didn't need that long of a strip, but it is off to the side right there on the right. So I don't forget it. See, I did not forget it, you guys. I have stuck stuff closer than that and still forgot. Yes, I have. And then one of my circles fell off. I couldn't remember where it went. So guess what? I'm not going to use it. That was it. It's like, it didn't look right. It didn't feel right. I'm not going to use it. So I'm cutting off everything. I did only put one circle on the pre-existing layout. And that was all that I did to make it look like it was cohesive around, like I meant I did it intentionally. That's what it was. So now I'm just tying this teeny tiny little piece of twine. That is all that I'm doing. I did have to double knot it to get it to lay the way that I wanted it to. I wanted it to lay across the, in the same direction as the brown ribbon instead of opposite directions. So I'm happy about that. And then I'm just going through all of these embellishments that I had on my desk from all of the other previous Shark Reef photos that I have done. And I don't want any of them. I picked out one cute little saying about, something about the sea. And now I'm trying to figure out where I want this arrow. I don't want it to go on top of my jellyfish because it is popped up. And so then I thought, well, I'm going to put it behind. Well, I didn't like that. Excuse me. I didn't like that because of the fact that it was just too far away from the photo. It left a gap. And then I didn't like it on top of my photo either. So yeah, I'm like, okay, well, what do I do when I don't know what to do? I go to what I know I want to do. That's, that's just my thing. I feel silly saying it, but that's what I'm going to do. And so I put that down and then I put the arrow down, on top of it and kind of tucked it in. You can only see half the arrow, but I'm okay with that. It's like, that's kind of what I wanted to do. It's not the star of the show. It's just to make it look like it belongs to the other page. that's it. So I did decide that I was going to scatter sequins going through. I like the fact that the sequins are shimmery, and so it makes it look like my bubbles glisten. Yeah, that's just weird. But I basically heavily outlined my circles with these, and not like intentionally. I didn't like outline the entire parameter of my circles. It was, I'm just going to randomly dot, but heavily dot around the outside of my circles. I was thinking about going like all over the circles and in between and all that stuff. And I thought, no, I think this looks great, you know, as in bubbles. Like those are the tiny, teeny, itty bitty little fuzzy bubbles that that you see when, you know, the water's running really super fast. And so I know I make stuff up as I go, you guys, seriously, but that's it. I scattered my star. There's a teeny tiny little bit of stars in there, but you can't really see them. But mostly you can see all of the sequins, and I like it. It's plain, it's simple. There's hardly any embellishing, but I like it. And I used up almost all of these scraps from this Graphic 45 collection. So I'm stoked about that. So please be sure to check out everyone else that is playing along for today. This has been so much fun. All right, I will check you guys all tomorrow. Bye.